So today's video is a little more detailed of our cleaning for Thanksgiving videos, or your clean with me's as they're also called. So today I'm working on my bathroom. So what I do is I try to spread out the cleaning too as much as possible. Now this is more of like the deep clean, because of course I'm going to clean my bathroom again before 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. But this is more of the deep clean. So let's get started. Because I didn't feel like having to dig out my charger or my tripod right now, I'm just going to kind of talk you through as I did it. Alright, so the first thing I've done so far was I've moved everything from the counter and cleaned this part first. And then I did the mirrors. The reason why is because these kind of spray bottles, although they're excellent for using for like with the Pine Sol that we use, it ends up getting on the glass while I'm trying to clean up through here. So while I don't mind glass cleaner as much on this stuff and I can wipe it off, it's just, it seems a little more kind of productive. So start with the counters, and I use, what we do is like we take the old rag, like socks that Matt has holes through, and then we wash them and sterilize them, and then we use them to scrub down with the Pine Sol. So I clear everything off, wipe down the counter first. Then, I move on to the mirror and I get it done next. And then after that, I work my way up here, and this is something I wouldn't do like normally every time, but you can see like these get dusty up here. And so the next thing we're going to be doing is cleaning up the top of those. Now that that is pretty much dusted off, next thing I'm going to move on to is, actually I've already done this part, but before I move on to the toilet and the shower, because those are, you know, just different jobs, I actually take and I dust this door off. And literally, I spray it with the Pine Sol and I try to get like right here. It can get dusty on this edge right here. And I do the front, and then I did the door handle, and then I closed it, did the door handle, the lock, and then I did this side as well. But yeah, like right here on these will actually collect dust on them, and so will the tops right here. And when I get completely done, I will also bring the vacuum in here with my hose attachment, and I will vacuum any cobwebs from around here, and then I will vacuum off the top of here. Then I work on the medicine cabinet and I completely wipe down the doors, and then I'll clean up in here and clean around it, organize all the medical supplies, and throw out any outdated medication. Our county is awesome and now has a new medication drop off for expired medicines, so that's really cool. And then I'm going to take the robes out of here, and then I will wash them. I've already taken the floor rug out. I will wash it, and then I will take out the dirty towels, and I will take the towel holder, the scale, and the magazine rack, and take all that out, the trash can, everything out. And then when I'm completely done with the toilet, the tub, and I'm actually planning on these shower curtains. I replace them like every couple of years, or 1 year, every year or every other year, I can't remember. But I'm actually planning on trying to replace that, and I get the ones with the magnets on the bottom, and then I also wash the over curtain. And so I'm going to strip all that out, and then I'm going to get started on spraying down the toilet. So now that my bathroom is echoing a lot, and I got everything out of here, like I said, next I'm going to do the toilet. And then from there, I will be mixing the CLR with some medical gloves on. And then we will take everything, and you can see the water spots on here and why I'm replacing it. Because they just kind of get this way after a while, and then you replace them. But I'm going to take everything out of here, and then we will get started on finishing up in here. So the next part's a little tricky. So I've got gloves on because next is the CLR. Alright, so I've got everything out of the shower area. I pulled all the soaps out, and then I moved them to here while I'm cleaning out the shower. When I'm done, I usually wipe them down as well, get any extra soap residue off of them and all that. And I took the my soap holder, turn this around, soap holder, and I moved it off of the shower head. And when I'm done with the shower itself, I will take all this off and clean it as well. I threw out the poofies that were in here because we've had them for over 3 months, and we usually try to replace them every 3 months. The girls have plenty of washcloths until we get new poofies. And so first thing I do is I have one of these really awesome shower heads. It has where you can pull it down, it has a hose on it. What I'm gonna do is, so I take the shower curtain and I gently loop it up over on my hook where Matt and I keep our bathrobes. So what I'm gonna do is turn the hot water on. It's gonna try to go fuzzy on me again. I'm just gonna keep talking. So I turn the hot water on as hot as it can, and then I will spray this entire wall. When I'm done, I will turn the hot water off, and then I will wipe the whole thing down with CLR. And then once I'm done with it, I will rinse it with hot water. I will check the bottle. It may require it to sit for a few minutes and then rinse it, but I will do this wall and then rinse it, and then I'll be done with it. And then I go from about there, halfway up, do that, and I do the bottom right there, rinse it, and done. And then I will do that little strip right there, clean the bar, clean that part off, and then I move on to here and clean this part here, and then I move on to here. Then I do the faucet head, or the faucets, and clean the bottom. And then once I'm done with that, I will show you what I do with what's left in the CLR bottle. One thing I forgot to mention, when cleaning with CLR, turn the exhaust fan on. So, because you do have to leave it on for 2 minutes, I went ahead and did the whole thing, which that was a little bit easier than like if I'm just using Pine Sol. And you do have to use cold water to rinse it off. So it cleans easier than the Pine Sol does. The Pine Sol, it's easier to do one panel at a time. This was easier, just do the whole thing. You can see kind of the gunk in the bottom from where it came off. So we're gonna set a timer for 2 minutes, leave the exhaust fan on, and then we'll bring you back. So while that's sitting for 2 minutes, another note, I highly recommend never using CLR without something over your face, without the fan on and without gloves on. I went ahead and took gloves off and washed up my arms to get it off. I have sensitive skin, so like I have to wash it off like immediately. So I went ahead and washed it. I'll probably put another pair of gloves on to finish rinsing it and do the next step. But definitely use lots of care, read the labels, just don't do anything foolish. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of others. So the little pro tip for the day. Alright, next step. Final step for the tub other than putting the soap back. Ziploc, rubber bands, shower nozzle. It's going in the Ziploc, and then I'm going to pour some of the CLR out of the bottle in it, Ziploc hold it on, and then let it set for a couple of hours, and then let it rinse. That gets the CLR through the spraying head and keeps it from clogging. So while the shower head sits in the CLR and cleans for a couple hours, I'm going to go ahead and mop, because I mean there's nothing else that can really be done in here until the shower head's ready to put back together and shower the girls, because it's Wednesday, so we're showering the girls. And then once the floor is dry, then I work on walls, because I mean I don't really have to have floor for that. Sometimes I can do the walls first. It just depends on what all else I need to get done. With it being 2 weeks out, I think I'm going to wait to do the walls until a little bit closer, but it depends. I may do them today, I may not, depends on how much time I have. But so what I'm going to use, turn this around. So what I have here is a mopping wand, and so what I've done is I made a crochet one that's more for like hard grimy cleaning, and I'm going to use it. And for this part I use the Pine Sol, a 1/4 cup of Pine Sol to 1 gallon of water equivalents, and then we're gonna mop the floors, and then wait for the floors and the shower head, and then we will finish up the bathroom. So the floor is mopped in here, and the you can hear the fan is still on. So once it's done, then we will start putting all of this back together. So it's now been somewhere around 3 to 4 hours. Got the Ziploc off and the rubber bands, and so now we're going to run water over it and through it to get all the cleaner out of it, and then we'll get the shower set back up. Alright, so this stuff is still out here, and so what I'm going to do now that the shower is pretty much finished, I let it run with cold water for like 2 minutes to make sure all of it was out of the head. I'm going to take all the towels off of this, take all the soap and stuff off of that, and take this stuff, take the magazine off of that, clean all this stuff up with a clean sock rag and some Pine Sol, and then until the robes and rug and shower curtain come out of the laundry, then we'll be done for now. So everything's back in place, even the rack above or on the shower head. And then these are going to air dry overnight because I just sprayed them. I don't want to put towels and magazines on them while they're wet. Same for the trash can. Got a bag here until then, and we will see you in the morning. So it is the next morning and we are finished. The robes just came out of the dryer. The shower curtain I did wash in the washer, but then I hung it up to dry, and let's see. Yeah, it's already dry. So it air dried in the time it took those to tumble dry, and we are finished. The only thing I have left is I have an extra hand towel. Hi. And it goes on that bar there, and it's not in here yet, but everything else is back in here. It's good, and we are done. So that's it for this one. That's how we do a really good scrub down of our bathroom. Oh, and I did do the walls. Yesterday I did do the walls before I did the floor. I did the walls before I did the floor. Yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.